tracking behaviors has actually gotten me stuck sometimes, thinking one person is the pursuer and the other is the withdrawer, when later I find it's the opposite.
We get a working hypothesis of the couple's interactional pattern based often on their behavior, but behavior is only the start. We can't only rely on behavior to then determine attachment strategies. Remember, our coping strategies used when I can't get a clear connection with the one who matters most. And as quickly as possible, I'm trying to connect content to process, usually with the question, help me know what's happening on the inside right now as you share this.
Well, you'll have a couple and the couple will say, I'm the pursuer. I follow my wife from room to room when I'm distressed and I can't feel her emotionally. And the wife will say, I just try to get away. And we think, all right, job done here.
That was quick.
I know who's the withdrawer and who's the pursuer. He might be talking about his behavior of following her, but on the inside, he's shutting his vulnerability down. I see him turning away. I see him going into his head.
It might be looking like a pursuer behaviorally because they're in a reactive position because there's been some form of attachment injury where a person who usually copes by withdrawing is in a clinging place to make sure their person doesn't leave them. That might be the pursuer following their partner from room to room. Don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me. We track the behavior, we reflect it, and then we want to know what's the underlying emotion driving that behavior. Until there's enough safety and rapport for vulnerability to come alive, I will need to be wondering what's the fear that's driving that coping strategy. And that's when I have in my head the classic pursuer fear is I'm unimportant, I don't matter enough. Classic withdrawer fear is I'm inadequate in the eyes of my partner. And so then we start getting a sense, we start hearing those fears, we start asking about the fear, we start listening for the fear, we start conjecturing. Is this when you feel this common fear of, oh my goodness, I'm unimportant. I don't matter as much as I used to feel like I matter, classic pursuer fear. And see if they accept that, see if that resonates with their experience. So the behaviors are a start. We very quickly as is reasonable, connect the behaviors to process. Help me know what's happening on the inside right now as you share your story, you share your experience, you share your narrative. We're tracking behaviors, and yet behaviors never come without being primed by emotion. Help me know the emotion that primes these behaviors. Sometimes I even say drives these behaviors, urges these behaviors, compels these behaviors, because the brain is way too risk adverse to do random behaviors. So we can't take the behaviors of pursuit and withdrawal in isolation, but it's a fair start. It's a good start. It's the most common data we have access to at the beginning of treatment.
It's fine to take that initial data. It's not wrong.
It's not wrong. And then we just have to know we still need to be collecting data.
What's the fear driving your pursuit? What's the fear driving your withdrawal?
And to be fair, to add another layer here, in stage one, we're not expecting this fear to be experiential. It's usually a cognitive naming of fear. I don't want to be left.
Yeah.
I thought I was pretty successful. Somehow I'm getting the message that I'm pretty much failing.
Yes. Okay.
And I'm not used to failing. That's a classic withdrawer.
Pursuers have a negative view of self and withdrawers have a positive view of self.
Yeah, and that's why you hear me add the withdrawer's fears. I'm a failure. I'm inadequate in the eyes of my partner.
Yes, yes, yes.
Because the positive view of self for a withdrawer is confusing to people, especially people new to EFT. Positive view of self doesn't lead me to feel inadequate like a failure. But in the eyes of my partner, I keep getting the message that I'm inadequate. I'm not enough. And it's disorienting because the withdrawer has a positive view of self. We need to validate that. But in the eyes of your partner, in the eyes of your loved one, you're a failure, you're inadequate. And I wonder how that leaves you feeling on the inside of you, withdrawer.
For more hot tips on emotionally focused therapy, go to theeftcafe.com and sign up for our newsletter where you will receive short little clips like the one you just watched.